Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, president of Dealer Synergy and the creator of the Millionaire Car Salesman Group. Man, where do I begin? Well, first of all, I know it's late. It's about 10:30. The kids are in bed, so I have some extra time. I want to kind of share with you my experience trying to buy a car. As you all know, probably a couple days ago, me and Karen had made the post that we were looking for another vehicle. And so what we were looking to do was basically term a Chrysler Town and Country in. We have about 5 vehicles in our personal fleet. And my wife's primary car is the i8. My primary car is Levante. And for her, she doesn't really like driving the i8 if it's, adverse weather, obviously. And so we wanted to get like an SUV. So we went to the group and there was a lot of great ideas. First of all, she had 3 back-to-back GL 450s before. She has no interest in another Mercedes. We've got a lot of other, vehicles. We only wanted like a compact or a mid-size SUV because, again, this is not our primary car. This is the 5th car in the fleet. But one car is for her mother, my mother-in-law. One car is for our daughter, and then our 2 primaries. So we wanted just to have like an extra car. She didn't want to feel like driving the i8. And we wanted to be able to have a car where we don't mind if she brings it to work, that our employees could use it to run errands, or our employees could use it to go to the airport. We're 15 minutes away from the Philadelphia airport. So anyway, long story short, one of our members who I never met him before, his name is Caesar Mack. He's in the Millionaire Car Salesman Group. He basically on the post suggested, what's up, Michael? He suggested that we look at the Lincoln Nautilus. So I liked it, definitely way better than the small compact MKC. We rolled out the Cadillac, we looked at various different things. But anyway, my wife was interested in the Land Rover, but she'd never seen it. The little small compact Land Rover, whatever it's called, the Evoque or something. And man, as soon as we went to the dealership, it was way too small. But let me just tell you about the experience. So I was just waiting for everybody to kind of start getting onto the thread. So here's what happened. I was spoiled because when I went to the Lincoln dealership, the salesperson was freaking awesome. And I swear to God, we didn't plan it. It was just hysterical because I just rolled up to the lot and I actually did a post saying, oh, who the hell knows what's going to happen, if I just show up as a regular up without planning. So I didn't plan. They didn't know I was going there. I didn't even know which dealership I was going to go to. I just Googled whatever the closest dealership was to my house in Medford, New Jersey. And it turns out the damn salesperson that's in our group recognized me, and it just hit it off really well. So the Lincoln experience was beyond flawless, and I posted about that. But here's the crazy part. You'd think that if you were looking at a Land Rover dealership, that its Highline, it would be good. So let me just tell you the experience. I called, the name of the dealership is Cherry Hill Land Rover. Horrible experience, and I called them. I couldn't get through. Like, it rang. It was just difficult to get through to somebody. And then on Saturday, I finally got through to a manager, and I just basically said, listen, I like to have some information. And I kind of just said, look, I've been in the business for a while. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I just want to get a little bit of information. You want to come in and test drive it. So the guy that was going to call me back, he never called me back. He just delegated a female salesperson to call me back. She called me back, and she asked me about what I was interested in. And I said, I just went over this. So that's tip number 1. This drives me crazy. When I train entrant departments at BDCs, folks, I just experienced it. It's freaking frustrating as shit. If I'm sitting there looking at a Highline vehicle or any car for that matter, and I talk to a manager and I go through the parameters, and then he's gonna pass it off to somebody else. When I get when the girl calls me back, the woman calls me back, and I got to start over, it's freaking frustrating. And it happens all the time in inner departments or BDCs. What's up, Caesar? Peace, brother. From LA, man. I be following you and everything, seeing what you be doing. Much respect, Caesar. Much love. And so when I'm training internet departments, BDCs, or I'm training salespeople and taking phone ups, you've got to take notes. You've got to put the notes into the CRM. And if you are going to TO it, at least pass the information off so the customer doesn't have to start all over again with everything. So that was freaking annoying. But I was mad chill, yo. I was not bougie or nothing like that. I was not like I'm a trainer. I just was trying to just be regular with them and just go through the experience. Then I go, and unlike the Lincoln dealership, Caesar would text me back and forth. It was a really good experience. I would text a question, and then it would just, like, I wouldn't get response for like an hour, hour and a half. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got shit to do. And so, that was annoying. Then, this is where it gets crazy. They knew I was coming to the dealership. I turn around and I basically, because I've never been to the dealership before, and so I put the now watch, we just left my son's birthday at this roller skating rink, like you guys saw it on Saturday, and so I just dropped the address into the navigation, and then, so I'm in the Levante, and my wife and the two boys are in the I-8. So we have two cars going to there. We get all the way to the dealership. Folks, I can't make this shit up. We get all the way to the dealership, and it says the dealership's temporarily closed. I'm like, what? And so apparently they have they have construction or something. So they are in the Cherry Hill Jaguar showroom. And so they just failed to tell us that. So we just drove all the way to the one dealership for no reason. And Cherry Hill's a pain in the ass on Route 70, like mad traffic on a Saturday. So it took me it should have only been like 10 minutes, but it took me 30 minutes to get from there, from the dealership that they're not even at, jug handle all the way there. I get there, and then the Evoque was this tiny ass car, and I'm like, guys, we told you we were looking at the Nautilus. This is like the comparison of an MKC, but I didn't say anything. So we didn't even go in. As soon as we saw this tiny ass Evoque, we're like, this is not going to work. This is not even, I don't even think it's the same size as the MKC, but whatever. And so that was annoying. But then my wife saw the Jaguar. Turns out that we got there at like 4:45. And before we get there, I can't even make this up to you. I'll take the screenshot and I'm going to show you. The lady turns around and says to me, the sales rep, hey, we close at, what's up, mother? Charlie? Oh, it's Chevy Boss. I thought there's a Charlie Bass. I thought it says Chevy Boss. What's up, brother? There's a guy named Charlie Bass. He's an executive, and I thought that's what it said. I don't have my glasses on. But anyway, the saleswoman, right, who was a former GSM, bullshit, whatever, or she sucked. That's why she's selling cars now from being a GSM, because she texts me and says, hey, we close at 5. How far are you? And I'm like, I'm only 5 minutes away. Should I still come in or should I come back another day? She doesn't even answer me. And I'm like, all right, I said, I'm 2 minutes away now. Should I show up or not? So then I get there, and the place is has got customers in there. And then when I told her that the Evoque is definitely too small, and my wife was looking at the F-Pace Jaguar SUVs, and she was gonna test drive them. She didn't know anything about the Jaguars because apparently they're obviously not from that store. They just started selling Jags there. So nobody knew shit was going on. The Jaguar people left. I mean, I'm just telling you, it was a hot mess. And then I looked at the reviews, and the reviews online, are like 1 star, 2 star, not just on like Yelp. I mean, like on Google. And then I'm like, how do you stay in business? Like, I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why all these reviews, and I'm not going to be a dick and leave a review. It's not me. I'd rather teach you guys what not to do. But it was really crazy. It was a shitty experience. I mean, like, here I am with my wife and my 3 kids, and we were really looking for it, and there's nothing easy about this. And then the website, like, folks, like, if you go to Cherry Hill, what is it? Cherry Hill Land Rover in New Jersey. Like, I think it's like LandRoverCherryHill.com and Cherry Hill, and then Jaguar. How do you have Highline dealerships and you have stock images? I'm looking at a black car. I'm sitting in the showroom. They couldn't find the inventory, like what was going on. It was just, I couldn't believe the shit was happening. And I'm on their website on my mobile device, and the images are like stock images. I'm searching the inventory. It says a black car, right? A black F-Pace, but the pictures are of a white stock vehicle that's a different class. I'm like, yo, it's just crazy. So let me just recap all this stuff. Please make this shit easy for people. That's the thing that you need to do, is when somebody wants to buy a vehicle, whether they're buying a used $5,000 car or they're buying a $500,000 car, make it easy. I mean, make the experience easy. Don't make people like stress out. Give them expectations of what to do, what to look for. And hey, I'm just saying, if you guys are not going to be at the dealership, that's great that you have a big ass banner, and I'm going to post the banner too, because they said, sorry, we're temporarily not at this dealership. Why don't you let the person know that you're talking to on phone, on text, through email? How about on your website? I don't know. Figure it out. Because the logical thing somebody would do is basically go to the dealership that's on Google, the address that's there. If nobody tells them, we're not at that dealership anymore, or temporarily we're not for the next month or whatever it is. The next thing is, if you've got too many people, not everybody's built to juggle. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't know if she had multiple people, which is totally cool, but then at least set expectations. Listen, I'm with a couple people, or I'm with this, or TO it to a manager or something. Don't try to juggle and then leave somebody hanging, I just, the whole experience, the salesperson just wasn't really, professional, very thorough, nice, considerate, respectful. They weren't rude, but it was I swear to God, I thought I was watching one of those Badger commercials. Do you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, yeah, Ming Blue. That's, I swear, I was looking around for the hidden cameras. This shit was hysterical. And it's a shame too, because the F-Paces were okay, but you just get way more car on the Lincoln. And just a couple little things that the woman didn't even know about that I had to go into. But with the Lincoln, there's conquest money. And so because I don't know if it was the BMW or Maserati, there was extra money on the conquest for that, but there was no conquest money, supposedly, which I don't even know if she'd even know what she's talking about. But supposedly there's no conquest money on the Jaguar or the Land Rover. And the leases were way off the rack. I mean, I could lease the Lincoln for a lot less, $100, $150 less than much. It's not a big deal, but the point is, and it was a higher MSRP than, what the Jag was, the model was for the comparison. So it was just, I don't feel that the sales consultant had real clarity of what to do. I was explaining to them the process that we were trying to go through. Look, it's not an emotional buy for us. For us, this is going to be leased to the business. This is literally an extra car. So if my wife doesn't want to drive the i8, they could turn around and she'll have an SUV if it's snowing out or whatever. But when the prospect feels like you have too much going on, you're not able to pay attention, or you're not able to give specific details and communication expectations, it's not a really good experience. And so if I was a regular person, I would have been, a little bit pissed and left a review and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm not going to do that. It's not, I don't want to bang somebody like that. The loss is that we buy a lot of cars, so we're obviously not going to do business at that dealership. But it was just crazy going through that experience, because just understanding what people, go through. And the qualifying questions, she didn't really even qualify, us the right way. I had to feed her the information so we could expedite it, because it would have been worse. It would have been more brain damage trying to watch paint, dry. And so again, you guys need to just be on point about this stuff. If you're taking a phone up, make sure that you are getting all the contact information, you're gathering all the field intelligence, you're qualifying the prospect, and you're putting the notes in the CRM. And if you're going to TO the phone call, or you're going to TO it to somebody else, or you're going to broom me off to somebody else, or you're going to broom a prospect off to somebody else, at least prepare that person with the information so they don't have to start from scratch with the prospect, because it's kind of annoying. So that's it. I'm not complaining at all. It is what it is. For me, it's, it's business, and for me, I'm able to see what went wrong and be able to figure out a way that I could try to teach you guys not to fall into the stupid mistakes of a Highline dealership, a Land Rover Jaguar dealership, shaking my head. And so, and then a couple little bits of advice that I didn't think about, because I thought that in 2019, they would have common sense and actually have the pictures of the vehicle that you're looking for. If I'm looking for a white, F-Pace, $70,000 vehicle, $60,000 vehicle, if I'm looking at a black, whatever, Onyx, with coffee interior for a Nautilus, which is a $53,000 vehicle, then I want to be able to see what that car looks like in that color. I don't want to see a stock image that's not even the right, because different models have different looks. Like on the Jaguar, they have a blackout package. So how am I going to look at a blackout package, right, where the pictures of a white car with a metal grille? It just doesn't make any sense. And so you just got to really go through the process. I don't know if you guys have done this in a while, because we get jaded. Like I get jaded. Like I'm so used to doing this every day, training internet, BDC, and showroom. I take it for granted sometimes. But me going through the process as an actual fresh up on the showroom floor, I'm like, oh my God, so much shit has not changed in 20 years. And it's crazy. Like my clients know better, and so obviously that's not a Dealer Synergy client, but just learn from it and then go through the experience, yourself. Or like, again, I mean this, if you're a showroom sales consultant or a sales manager, you should really just for a wreck, just go into a dealership and see how they handle it. You might be surprised. Some people might surprise you, and they might have a good way they engage you. They might have a good process, to qualify you. But I really I'm shocked that how in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, which is a very affluent community, that there's so many people that just don't know how to engage a prospect, follow up with a prospect, qualify a prospect, and so on, down the road. But any questions if you guys have about this subject? Like I said, I just wanted to kind of share with you that. So my wife and I, we wound up looking at 3 vehicles, which we haven't done in years. Like actually, physically just go take a look. Usually I just pick up a phone, call one of my dealers. I'm like, I want that. That's it. But it's her vehicle, her second one. So she wanted to make sure that she likes it, blah, 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 blah. So, and there goes the truth. Females have over 80% buying power. My house, she's got like 95%. So whatever wife wants, wife gets. So that was it. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't see any other comments on here. Just mad people saying, what's up, Sean? How you doing? That's great. No other questions. Yeah, so Rick just made a comment, remodels. I totally understand. So Glenn is from Raceway Kia, one of my stores. Nah, you're missing it, dude. Like, listen to me. See, you're not listening. I know you're on the plane with me, but yeah, when I trade out of the Maserati Levante, I might look at the Urus, absolutely, but not for this one. This one is, like an extra car. I'm damned. I don't care how much money I have. I'm not going to turn around and just get a Lamborghini just for like fucking like nothing. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to let my employees use that to drive to do errands and pick up people from the airport. So no, this is, just I wanted to have a decent, nice car, like our SUV, mini SUV that the Karen could use as a second car when the roads aren't good for the i8. That's all. So Michael said she posted it on the website. Yeah, Chevy Boss, absolutely crazy. So Michael said that the Range Rovers, yeah, actually the, what is it, the Velar? The Velar look really kind of cool, but again, don't need all that. Communication is the key. I'm just going through the notes here. I'm on my popcorn break. You guys are funny as hell. Jerry, what's up, man? How you doing? I see you doing your thing. While I have you guys here, just to let you know, Karen, tomorrow is the Millionaire Car Salesman podcast at 4 o'clock. We have Karen Bradley, CEO Dealer Synergy. We've interviewed her. And then next week, next Tuesday, man, on Saturday, me and L.A. Williams conducted a incredible 1-hour interview with Ali Reda, the gentleman that broke the Guinness Book of World Records, 1,580 units in a year, 202 units he sold in December 2018. It's insane. And we talked about a lot of stuff. So, all right, everybody, I just wanted to give you a little update on the craziness in shopping for a Highline car, which didn't go well. So don't make the same mistakes that these people did. And I'm going to post some of the screenshots and that stuff in there. All right, take care, everybody.